in. I was just in the middle of an Aries reading and my phone froze and it was disrupted. So we're going to speak again about everything that just came out. So I want to keep the energy here. All right, we have Leo in the 5th house with the energy of Pluto. That came out in the Astro Dice. We have the card of the Water Rabbit, the sweetness of quiet love, number 40 in my Chinese 5 elements deck. We also have the energy of the Earth Bird, Phoenix rising from the ashes, number 46, that came out. All right, we were speaking about the energy of the Water Rabbit and how it's associated here in the year of the rabbit, pertaining to luck, elegance, love, beauty, creativity, longevity, fertility, and prosperity. Characteristics are someone that is calm, peaceful, high spirited, curious, empathic, kind, and diplomatic. Negative side could be overly cautious, nervous, hesitant, and timid. And one should marry and or compatible with the year of the rat, the goat, the monkey, the dog, and or the pig. What's expected in the year of the rabbit is changes in health, career, and or relationships. And the ruling hours are going to be from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. Planetary hours pertaining to a Chinese astrology. All right, I am going to go back and read the energy of the book, out of the book, for these two cards here. All right. The reading was disrupted, but I don't want to cheat anybody out of their energy. All right, so let's look at number 40 once again. All right, the sweetness of quiet love. It says, as one of the 4 special pillars with divine support, the Water Rabbit appears as a sign that your spiritual team is here to support you with love and guidance every step of the way. Listen to their wisdom, represented by yin water in the heavenly frequency. The gentle, agreeable rabbit, a pure yin wood sign associated with nature in bloom, is the diplomat of the Chinese zodiac, naturally skilled in the bringing people of all kind of backgrounds together and to collaborate and contribute their best. Her strength lies in her readiness to bend and yield to adapt to life's circumstances. Your guides are more than ready to help you attain everlasting love that will take you to a new phase of life. Your most authentic self and accepting your loved ones as they are. Discover your unique gifts and explore what inspires you to be your best self and encourage your loved ones to do the same for themselves. Give yourself the space and the creativity to thrive and flourish without losing yourself to another. This card highlights the quiet power of love as a force of the divine feminine. The yin attracts love by becoming that love. Instead of pushing and competing against the flow, the yin manifests and pulls positive energy by simply allowing and surrendering to the flow. Relax in the quiet and you may realize that you're already surrounded by love. It says here, message from heaven. Your guides are easier to connect to when your mind is clear as water in a calm lake. Recognize their presence and divine assistance, which can come through feelings, sounds, and visions. The message from Earth says, the rabbit awakens the muse from within, expressing yourself creatively to discover the many colors of love. All right, then we had pulled the number 46 with the Phoenix rising from the ashes with the Earth Bird. All right, let's read that energy out. All right, so Phoenix rising from the ashes. The Earth Bird pillar contains yin earth associated with Mother Earth, her soil, and her healing crystals. Over the bird's pure yin metal, the element of beauty, grace, and self-reflection. The wise bird knows the impact words can have and uses them to influence others. In Chinese metaphysics, the immortal phoenix is considered a more elevated symbol of the bird, associated with luck and an auspicious new beginning. As one of the 4 celestial guardians in Feng Shui, the phoenix protects the south direction. Displaying a symbol of the phoenix in the south sector of a home is believed to help invite fame and popularity to residents of the home. This card is assigned to turn your pains and hardships into healing lessons and a source of hope for others. A new phase of life is starting. Everything looks and feels different to you, and your senses are amplified. You're seeing more vividly with fresh eyes because you're changing and transforming into a higher frequency version of your old self. Perhaps you've awakened the creative genius within and reconnected with your inner knowing, or perhaps you're finally healed from certain traumas. You've released what doesn't serve you and are ready to embrace your higher purpose. Now is the time to own your power and beauty. Your moments of darkness can bring light to many. Let your stories serve as inspirations to those looking to heal and renew themselves. The more that you share, the more that you heal and empower the world and yourself in the process. So the message from heaven here says, nurturing yin earth in the frequency is a reminder that healing is a continuous effort. Heal and care for yourself before and after you heal others. Message from earth. The bird inspires you to visualize your consciousness rising high and tell your stories from a higher self, the authentic part of you that's connected directly to the divine. All right, so Aries, I don't know if you've been on some sort of spiritual journey here, going through some sort of transformation, but it's a very powerful energy when you're tapping into the qualities of the rabbit. It seems to bring in lots of love and beauty and creativity and prosperity coming through after your transformation. All right. Tap into this energy. Let's see what's going on for Aries for the month of October 2024. We have the Three of Cups down at the bottom of the deck there, which speaks about some sort of celebration coming together, all right, with family and friends. Let's see. All right, so we have the Queen of Wands, definitely speaking more so about confidence. All right, creativity, being charismatic, being brave and bold and going after the things that you truly desire. I've got the energy of the Lovers here as your challenge. All right, so again, it's saying the sweetness of quiet love. All right, maybe it's that you're more so shy with expressing the energy of your love life. Let's see. Okay, that wants to fly out. The energy of the Four of Wands. I feel what you're seeking is long-term commitment and marriage. Four of Wands is technically your Aries energy. All right, it's pertaining to Venus and Aries. So it's associated to a very lustful type of energy. This could be a connection that you have with something creative and or someone that you have interest in. Okay. There's a Queen of Cups energy here coming out in your past. Could be a Cancer, a Scorpio, or Pisces. Could be that you're interested in more so a very loving, kind, and caring person. All right. I have the King of Cups and the King of Swords. I'm not sure if I'm speaking to someone that is involved in the same sex, but it could be. All right. Where you feel that you want someone to embody the qualities that you lack. So someone that more so seems to be emotionally unavailable is where you come in and you're able to give the energy of love. Okay. The energy of the Chariot is here. I feel that whatever this relationship is for you is going to be very successful with the energy of the Sun coming out, surrounding the energy of your environment. And your environment meaning the Queen of Pentacles here with the Page of Pentacles. There's a sense of maturity in whatever relationship you're involved in here. It may have started off very small and now you see it growing to be something much more mature. All right. I'm feeling that the energy of fertility is going to be of significance. You guys could be seeking to have children. That's crazy. I haven't even seen the card yet. The Six of Wands is here. All right. It speaks about the energy of being more so seen in the spotlight. Let's see. Maybe children are of significance with you and your partner. Here you are coming out in your own reading, Aries. All right, you've got lots of fire coming out so far. It started off with the Queen of Wands. We've got the Four of Wands here. We've got the energy of the Sun card, which is Leo's energy. Six of Wands, as well as your sign, all right, with the Emperor energy. There seems to be where you're going after something successful as well. This could definitely be in business. Starting off with something small and making, you know, something turn into something very long lasting that can be very, you know, profitable. That's what I feel. I've got the Seven of Swords out here. Be careful that you're not surrounding yourself by people that aren't beneficial for you. With the Seven of Swords, this could be very like sneaky, envious people of you being more so in the spotlight. Okay. Wow, I've got 1, 2, 3 kings out here so far, and 3 queens as well. Okay, there's a lot of different personalities that you could be surrounding yourself with at this time. Definitely. What's going on here? The only counterpart that I have is going to be the Queen and the King of Pentacles. So I feel like this overall happens to be with business for you. Okay. And you could definitely be seeking love, but it's in the energy of your challenge. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the energy surrounding you with someone that you work with. Could be an Aquarius with the Star card being here. I've got the Death card and the Temperance card as I split the deck. So maybe this is having to go through some sort of transformation and giving it time. Temperance speaks about patience, coming into balance and healing before you can come back, you know, in with something here. I believe we spoke about that when I read the card out. The Hierophant. Now I'm seeing the High Priestess and the 5 of Pentacles. There was something lacking in between you and this person. If it's a business partner, I'm seeing you guys have an attachment to each other that's very spiritual. All right. With the High Priestess and the Hierophant coming out. There could be something that needs to be communicated here in between the both of you. Maybe you guys both went through some sort of transformation. I'm not sure why let me just look at why the 5 of Pentacles is here. There could be where you guys are going through some sort of hardship. All right. Maybe you experienced being unemployed for a while. Maybe you were injured or something. Okay. Welcome in, you guys. What's going on with the 5 of Pentacles? Yeah, because I didn't even notice this. You got the Queen and the King of Cups in this reading, as well as the Queen and the King of Pentacles. So this is someone that you have an emotional attachment to as well. I feel like what's happening here is it's to come into commitment with this person and or the situation. I don't know, but it's calling for marriage, all right? It's like a spiritual type of connection that you have. Now, the 5 of Pentacle energy, this could be that you are going through some sort of hardship. Maybe you separated from your person and experienced some sort of heartbreak. 3 of Swords energy. Yeah. There could be where there's a lot of anger in the energy overall due to you not being around your person. There's a lot of hidden emotions there. I feel that in order for you to overcome this energy of feeling heartbroken and angry, again, maybe you were going through some sort of hardship, maybe you were injured, whatever the case may be, you don't want to release this person, all right? Maybe you focus more so on work to just try to distract yourself from anything else. But I do feel the energy of love in the reading. It's heavy. Really heavy. And it's more so like you want to keep something quiet is what I feel. The Moon card is something that remains hidden. You don't want anybody to know how you feel about a certain situation here. So this could be where if you started off with something pertaining to business, something very small, where it actually took off for you, all right, you're in the spotlight, it looks like you're standing your ground, all right, you coming out as yourself, Emperor energy, boss man energy, right, 7 of Swords, you have other people evil eyeing you is what I feel like, all right, especially if you were associated to some sort of hope, dream, and desire pertaining to having a business partnership with someone here. Okay, let's see what's going on with this Hierophant and High Priestess energy. I'm kind of feeling like you've already went through the transformation. You went through the worst of it all right? Because if you've gone through the heartbreak and you've experienced the anger and you've gone through the hardship, you possibly were injured. I don't know what's going on here, but whatever it is that you're hiding, you're only trying to focus on work to release yourself from what you feel is what I'm seeing here. The passion that you have with this person and the amount of spiritual connection you have to this person is intense. That's number one. It's very, very intense. You're not going to be able to release it unless something is spoken pertaining to the truth. It's almost like you need to go back and manifest this person. I'm not sure if you have people in the workplace that are watching everything that you do and where you're trying to master a specific skill or something. It's a little weird. Tell me more about the Magician. I just said something about speaking your truth. So I don't know if it feels like you want to go speak your truth, but there's people in the workplace that are watching the things that you do. They can come off of to be a bit manipulative in a way. Could definitely be the ones that are over here deceptive and envious of your wins. More so. What's going on with the Page of Swords? Who's watching? Could be jealousy coming even from family and friends. Because that was the card on the bottom of the deck before we got started. The Hangman energy. It's almost like they don't want to see you win. They want to... You're starting to gain a new perspective on who you're surrounding yourself by. Is what I feel. Yeah. It's like who's trying to keep you trapped in fear. What's your advice? Whatever you choose to do in the near future, whether you're completing a specific cycle and heading on to new love, it's going to be your choice. You've gone through the transformation. You know what you felt. All right. And if you choose to move forward independently, that's an option as well. Ace of Cups here. I don't feel that it's anybody else's business whether it's in your work life or in your love life. I feel that overall you've gone through the transformation. You've gone through enough. You know exactly what it is that you're seeking for, and you shouldn't let anyone stand in your way of your happiness. That's what I feel. All right, let's get you a crystal for the month of October 2024 and what's the best to use. And we'll go over all of the transits from the first house to the 12th house and see what changes are happening in your chart. I don't feel that you owe an explanation to anybody. The only person you need to speak your truth to is the person that you have this spiritual connection with, the one that you have passion for. Okay? I don't see you needing to be offered some work opportunity because the Ace of Pentacles is not out here. I see that you have passion for something or someone, Ace of Wands, and you want to express the energy of your love there, Ace of Cups. All right? So we got for you Smithsonite, number 51. It speaks about rebirth from chaos, evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing of obstacles in order to grow. And then you've got Specialty Garnet with charm and charisma, shining and sparkling, being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires other people. All right, let's read into it. Numbers 51 and 53. I just want to tell you overall what I'm looking at in numerology here is the number 5 calls for change. Okay. And what I'm also seeing is the number 1 and the number 3. Number 1s are new beginnings and number 3s are calling for you to get creative. And I think that's exactly what we spoke about here. All right. So if you're going through a rebirth after the transformation and you're releasing yourself from stress and chaos, then what's coming in is you're being able to inspire other people on how you've elevated on your journey and stepped right into the energy of your power of the Emperor. Whether it be in love and or in business, it's nobody else's business on why you have other people jealous of what you've got going on. Okay? Let's look at the number 51 with Smithsonite. All right. It says, from here to there can be a rocky road, one that may even seem to move under your feet as you engage in a process of healing with ruling emotions. The journey can be confusing and unsettling and cause you to want to beat a hasty retreat. But Smithsonite Spirit message is clear as can be. You are haltingly moving forward into creating something new. If you feel as you're unsteady and even going a little backwards at times, it is only because you are being asked to look to the past and lessons learned so that your next steps can be sure and steady. The ground is firm beneath you, the wind is at your back, and the conscious universe is beside you. So there is no need to look for what may seem to be safer ground. The landscape around you is changing, you are changing, and soon you will feel much more settled if you heed the call of the Smithsonite Spirit and trust that you'll be just fine. So breathe. It's all going to resolve soon. So it says Smithsonite is incredibly useful in calming the emotions. It comes in a wide range of colors, each with a slightly different vibration, but all working directly on the emotional body. Meditation with the stone soothes and brings peace, allowing us to disconnect from specific perceptions and explore different perspectives. All right. I think we did see that energy with the what was it? The hangman energy. Speaks about gaining a new perspective on the situation. All right, let's look at Espresso Team Garnet. It says every one of us is a being of light, meant to shine and sparkle. Your light draws others to you, for we all seek the light. The message of Espresso Team Garnet Spirit is to embrace your natural charm and magnetism. Do you think you're not all that special? If so, that is only because you haven't discovered your natural charisma and expressed it. The conscious universe wants you to let it shine out, for your dazzling brilliance will be a beacon for others as you walk through the healing path towards discovering your destiny. You can attract those who will help you and those who will benefit from all that you have to share, your talents, your love, and your joy. We are also lucky to have you here on this planet right now, so feel your magnetism today, express it, and shine your light in all of your glory, inspiring others and letting yourself draw in whatever will help you on your journey. All right, so meditation with the stone might be challenging because it's the energy that feels that of a bossy cheerleader. The stone is a must for building and finding your self-confidence, personal power, creativity. Espresso Team Garnet asks you to stand up straight, hold your head high, and stretch your shit. And I'm kind of feeling that's why you came out with the energy of the Queen of Wands. All right. So you know what you're going after. You're very creative. All right. You're meant to come out and show the energy of your confidence. That's what happens when you go through the rising of the Phoenix, right? You come out on the other side and it's like you feel renewed. All right. So let's get into the energy of Aries' chart. Let's see what's going on here. All right. Aries. So Aries, in your first house, this has been the same transits that have been here for the longest, okay? Nothing really changing in the house of self except for the healing that you're doing at this time, which definitely shows through the energy of the rising of the Phoenix, okay? It looks like here Chiron is doing a big one on you, especially pertaining to the house of self. If it's the way that you see yourself, you love yourself, okay? If it happens to be your image is changing, the way that you are accepting your beauty right now, it looks like you're in North Node energy. That's what this is, all right? So I feel like you're top T with whatever you've got going on. It doesn't matter whether it's in business, whether it's home life, children, career. I just feel like you're on top of your shit, all right? North Node energy is like leading you right pertaining to your destiny, okay? Now, we do have the full moon coming up in Aries on October 17th, which is going to be your full moon energy. You're going to be the one in the spotlight. You're going to be illuminated in the month of October. All right? Big deal for you. Now, I did speak to every other sign, so I will tell you about the same thing, where Venus will retrograde on March 21st. Venus is going to retrograde in 2025 on March 1st in your sign at 10 degrees and 50 minutes, and it's going to retrograde back into the sign of Pisces in your 12th house by the energy of April 12th, all right, or the day of April 12th at Pisces 24 degrees, all right. This is a big deal, and I've been explaining why this is a big deal. So what happens here is that Venus, all right, which happens to be beauty, love, finances, if it pertains to anything like values and possessions, it's a big deal right now, all right? And Venus did not go retrograde this year, but it did go retrograde last year in the sign of Leo, which is for you, Aries, your fifth house energy. All right, so there was a review last year in 2023 of possibly your involvement with creativity, how to self-express, your love life, all right, if you had love affairs going on, your children, or anything that was meant to bring in the energy of happiness. And if you did not solve the issue back in 2023, you're going to have another opportunity to overlook these energies, but it's going to happen now in the house of the unknown, all right, secrets that you've been holding in, as well as when it retrogrades in your sign, it's going to happen to be where you're in the spotlight. All right, Venus is calling for you to express the energy of your beauty, of love that you want to express out to the world, because it's you that's more so presenting yourself as the way that you want to be seen. Okay, so that's going to be a big deal for you coming up in 2025. Just a heads up. All right, Taurus in your second house. This is where Uranus is causing some sort of chaos and conflict here for you. Overall, I don't see it being a big deal. All right, because it looks like for business, you're shining completely. You're stepping in your power here. You've got big boss moves going on. Okay, whether you're masculine and or feminine, you're looking pretty damn good out here. All right, I like it. Now, Uranus is causing some sort of changes when it comes to your values, your money, your possessions, your finances. Not that it's a big deal, but it's a big deal, right? Because Uranus is at its fall in Taurus. It's not comfortable there. It's not working with any strength at all. Retrograde periods are a time of review. Are you making, saving, and spending your money properly? That's what this is all about. All right. So Uranus has gone retrograde on the 1st of September. And I believe it doesn't go direct up until, take a look. It might be even in like 2025, early 2025. Let's just say like January and or February. January 30th of 2025 is when Uranus will go direct. All right, so any changes that you needed to take place, that's so funny, that's the day before my birthday. Any changes that you need to make prior to you starting the month of February, then that's where you're in review from right now, September, all the way to January 30th, okay, within your resources. Let's look at Gemini in your third house. All right, so Jupiter is in Gemini, and Jupiter is at its detriment in Gemini. It's not comfortable there. Jupiter typically rules the energy of your 9th house and your 12th house. All right, so it's in the sign at its detriment in your house of communication, traveling. If you are dealing with anything pertaining to like siblings, cousins, your local community, if it's anything pertaining to transportation, it looks like where you want to expand and grow and get adventurous and get out there and explore new things, there is not a restriction, but it's not working with the best energy. All right, Jupiter is associated to wanting to go far distances. This is more so short distances, short travel in the third house. All right, so if it's business wise and you're trying to expand your company, it's probably not going to happen for you right now. All right, you don't have the best planet working for you there. If it pertains to you trying to expand and socialize more, have more business meetings, find new partnerships, I'm not sure if it's the best thing for you to do right now. All right, especially because on October 9th, you're going to have Jupiter going retrograde in your third house. All right, so maybe it needs to be where you have to be the one to stand up and have your own business meetings if you are pertaining to business. All right, like if you're the boss man, then you got to do your own thing. All right, or maybe it's going to be where your communication is being tested here. All right, it's being reviewed more so, saying, listen, I need to step out and I need to do some writing. I need to do some researching. I need to come up with new strategies, something like this, all right, for your business to take off. Or it's that you need to open yourself up. If it pertains to love, you need to have communication with the person that you want to express love to. Okay, look at it either way. Jupiter will sextile Chiron in Aries in your sign on October 12th. So this happens to be your third house and your first house. October 12th is probably going to be the best day for you to have a conversation. All right, to express yourself the way that you need to. All right, Jupiter being in Gemini, once again, it's working, okay. But sextiling to Chiron in Aries, and where you're healing, if you have to speak some sort of truth, it's going to be in harmony and compatibility, hopefully on October 12th for you. All right, so that's the best day for that. Cancer in your fourth house. This happens to be your house of home, comfort, divine feminine energies. All right, it's where you do the inner healing, the inner child healing. All right, so Mars is in Cancer at this time, also at its fall, not working with the most strength. Mars pre-shadow period, the retrograde period is going to take place on October 4th, at the very beginning of the month. All right, where the actual retrograde takes place on December 6th in Leo, but this is going to be you starting to feel the energy of the review pertaining to maybe you want to move home. Maybe you need to start taking action and, allowing your divine feminine energy, your yin side, to come out. You need to start being more loving and caring and kind and expressing the energy of your emotional state. All right, that's kind of what it's giving me here. Now, we did just experience the last quarter moon in Cancer, so you may have had to release someone that is a divine feminine energy in your life. All right, but maybe you're leaving a specific community, an environment that no longer serves you, something like this. All right, that happened on September 24th. And moving into the energy of your fifth house is where we're going to see in the month of October the last quarter moon in your fifth house, which is Leo. All right, so what's happening with the Mars retrograde is that when it goes retrograde in Leo, it will start off in your fifth house, and then Mars will retrograde back into the energy of your fourth house in Cancer. All right, so there's going to be a review, all right, of over the top energy. Mars can bring in passion, desire, can bring in the energy of anger, all right, resentment. It can make you act rash, very rash in ways that you didn't want to express yourself. Okay, just saying. So let's just look at the last quarter moon in Leo on October 24th and where that's going to take place for you. This is going to be the beginning of a new fixed moon cycle. You are cardinal energy. The moon cycles that are happening in the month of October are going to be amazing for you, right? Because it's your cardinal energy. The first one that takes off is going to be the solar eclipse in Libra, which is happening in your seventh house. We'll get there in a second. All right. The second one is going to be the first quarter moon. No. Libra, Capricorn. First quarter moon in Capricorn. And then we're going to see the last quarter moon in Leo that's going to take place here for you. All right. So whatever is happening in the energy right now of what you need to release pertaining to a home environment, the next thing you're going to be releasing is anything that no longer serves you. Could be a hobby, could be a love affair, could be something creative that doesn't serve you, could be a way of you self-expressing that isn't being accepted by others. All right, it's just a big deal here because of what's happening in Libra in your seventh house. We'll get there in a second. All right, so Mercury was just in Virgo. All right, Mercury did a spin about in the last couple, let's just say couple months. All right, I want to say back since like July. So Mercury in Leo, went into Virgo, retrograded back into Leo, stepped back into Virgo, and now it's in Libra. Okay, so the energy of communication, Mercury rules the third house as well as the sixth house. All right, it was just in its domicile energy. If it pertained to your health, the workplace, you remaining in equilibrium within your mind, your body, your spirit, there was a review here, all right, of these specific areas in your chart pertaining to your fifth house and your sixth house. All right, anything creative and your hard work. I think we spoke about this at the beginning of September for your September 2024 read. You can run back and listen to that if you need to. All right, but Mercury is currently in Libra and it's moving towards the energy of your eighth house by October 13th. All right, Mercury in Libra is going to be you being an influence on those that you are partnered with. Okay, anybody in business, in relationships, whether it be platonic, just a friend, a family member, whatever it may be, the way that you're communicating out right now is going to be top T. Why? Because there's a lot going on in your seventh house. You've got the sun shining in Libra, giving you the opportunity to bring in new relationships, contracts, whether it be business, whether it be in relationships as well. All right. You got Juno, which is you're seeking marriage. It came out here. This is your energy. This is a marriage card. This is a home card. All right. This is something that you want to be committed to. Juno in Libra is the asteroid of partnerships, marriage, and bonding. All right. And whatever way you want to look at it. Lilith is in Libra, all right? So it's the asteroid of being very powerful, seeking revenge and vengeance, all right? Which it's like the female Mars. Mars is in Cancer at its full in your house of home. You've got Lilith in Libra, feminine vengeance energy in your house of relationships. Whoever you're going after right now, they're probably having a shit show, trying to connect with you, all right? Because I feel like you've experienced someone that broke your heart, all right? You went through some sort of hardship there. It made you very angry, all right? And you don't know how to release the energy of your pent-up emotions, all right? So what you're doing is burying yourself and trying to go after new collaborations and work so that you can distract yourself from love life. That's what it looks like here. South Node in Libra, you're having to remove yourself from uncomfortable situations, especially in your past life, meaning those that are your exes, all right? Whether it's in business, around your family, you know, romantic relationships, whatever it may be. Maybe you've experienced some sort of divorce or something. It's not showing me that here, but it could be, all right? It came out this way. The Queen of Cups to the King of Cups, and then it went to the King of Swords. So let's just say you were in a relationship with the, you know, this type of energy here with the divine feminine and masculine energy in marriage, and then you stepped into this type of energy. That's what it kind of felt like, where you find to be more successful. Maybe you don't want to be in love. Maybe you want to focus on business. Could be either way. It doesn't matter. All right, but that's the way it came out, so I just said it. But the South Node is asking you to step out of your comfort zone here. Really tap into a natural gift and something that you can be in partnership with and utilize that energy to head to your North Node, which is in your sign right now, which is going to be the energy of business. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for you. You want everything pertaining to business right now because this is where you shine the most. This can be your hope, your dream, your desire of just having a successful business. All right, could be that. Now, Scorpio in your 8th house. Oh, by the way, new moon solar eclipse once again happens in Libra on October 2nd. Scorpio in your 8th house is where Venus is at this time. Venus is at its detriment in the 8th house. It's not comfortable there. Doesn't give a shit about sex. Doesn't give a shit about love. Is afraid to tap into deep emotional feelings. Doesn't want to face any fears. I mean, you're going through it. All right. You might be abstinent at this time. The energy will change. All right. You will start feeling a flirtation of energy once Venus steps into Sagittarius, which is your 9th house energy. Anything that catches your attention pertaining to foreign travel, associations with foreign people, if it's higher learning in any way, spirituality, if it's a different belief system, a new philosophy, something that catches your interest, all right, pertaining to anything that you can find your creativity and pushing towards that, that's what's going to happen here starting on October 17th, the same day that the full moon happens in your 1st house in Aries, okay? Venus will be out of bounds from October 25th through November 11th, which is going to be speaking all about finances and your valuables and pleasure in your life, your relationships, beauty, love. So if it pertains to you wanting to get out there and find love, you might find that you want to be associated with many people to see what your options are, is what I feel. All right. I feel like Venus in any fire sign is going to be a very lustful type of energy. You're going to definitely want to see what your options are. You're going to want to explore, should I say. Because 9th house is all about being adventurous and exploring your options. All right. Now, what's happening right now in Sagittarius in your 9th house is Pallas. All right. Pallas is the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge. It does give you a heavy emphasis on you wanting to seek information. Okay. Pertaining to higher knowledge. You could be in college at this time, all right, or you could be seeking something that's going to help you with spirituality possibly, all right. So whatever's going to happen when Venus steps in and Pallas being there, almost think about the energy of you finding someone that intellectually matches your energy, all right. Although I always joke around and say Aries starts something and you don't finish it, all right, because it's the truth. You initiate things, but you are one to delegate, okay? That's your position as being an authority figure. You are meant to delegate. You can't delegate your love life. So this is why I feel that when Venus steps into Sag, you're going to want many options and see who intellectually stimulates you overall, okay? Capricorn in your 10th house. This is where Pluto is retrograding in Capricorn at this time. You've got Sirius in Capricorn, which is the asteroid of parenting, nurturing, agriculture, and self-care. And then we're also going to have that first quarter moon in Capricorn on October 10th. October 11th, Pluto goes direct in your 10th house. If there has been anything being reviewed pertaining to your career, your public image, your reputation, your professional aspirations, or needing to tap into your divine masculine energy, this is where Pluto is coming in and helping you transform what you're going through here in this reading. That's what it's saying. All right. Aquarius, nothing's happening in your 11th house right now. I don't feel like you're collaborating too much with people. I feel like more so you might be going after a lot of independence. If you have a lot of personalities around you, it's because you're the boss man and you got to delegate once again. That's what I'm feeling. If it's romantically, it's that you're possibly involved with the same sex and or are shut off to the energy of love. Let's look at it that way. Okay? Because the person that you wanted broke your heart. That's what it looked like in the reading. All right? Now, Pluto will step back into Aquarius on November 19th. All right? It looks like here that something's going to transform pertaining to your community of people. The companions that you carry around you. Those that you associate with. Whether it's in an organization, whether it's just, you know, having like even a membership to a fucking gym. Something's changing, okay? I'm just telling you. Something will change, all right? Pisces in the 12th house. You've got the house of the unknown, the subconscious, the imagination, and your inspirations, all right? Also speaks about spirituality in your love life and how you're meant to get creative here. Saturn is retrograde in Pisces, as well as Neptune being retrograde in Pisces. These two energies in 2025 are going to be moving into your sign, which is a big deal. Saturn is going to give you the energy of being very, very stuck up your ass. Okay? Very structured. I want things done this way. I want you to follow the rules. I don't want you to step out of line. It's going to make you feel like you're over the top in authority energy. Just saying. So what's being reviewed right now is your subconscious state. Are you going to be losing your shit by next year when Saturn steps into your sign? You might be disciplined in a way that you present yourself out to other people, because this is where from ascendant to descendant, you have to present yourself out a certain way in order for you to be invited in a certain way. If you come up being all up in your ass, nobody's going to want to work for you, especially in business. I'm just saying. All right, so Neptune in its domicile energy, the only planet that's in its domicile at this time in retrograde is you reviewing, getting creative. How can you utilize your imagination? Possibly stepping into the unknown of where you want to go in your near future, because the North Node is in your sign. Once the North Node steps into Pisces, all right, it's going to be, oh, I had that idea. I can utilize my imagination and get creative with this. Maybe I can inspire other people to be like this. It says, Presbyterian Garnet, charm and charisma, shining and sparkling, and being a brilliant beacon of confidence that inspires others. All right? Get creative, utilize your imagination, and start doing something, and don't get stuck up your ass when Saturn hits your sign in 2025. All right? So that's what I have for you guys. I love you, and I will meet you on the next reading.